Nigga, fuck you. You nasty, nigga. Car. You got that up?
Yeah.
No, you good.
So I'm going to start back up on Matthew 24. I'm going to read over back on verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Which is going on, man. That's this internet. You know, I was messing around and looking at the analytics or whatever it's called, man. Analytics on just our page. You know, and we ain't even that big, man. And I think it was like, I forgot what I told you all, brothers, but it was a lot of countries, like 70 countries or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that we 112, kind of 112 countries that we were getting that were viewing us, you know, and that's just us. You know what I'm saying? There's so many camps everywhere, especially like, you know, big camps that you know are huge. You know what I'm saying? So this is going all over the world.
Hey, you know what goes off too? I gotta say this. When you go into feminism, like when you're dyeing your hair, you know what I'm saying, putting ponytails in your hair, that's a feminine spirit. You know what I'm saying? And being a man, you should not do that.
Yeah, punk ass Chris Brown ass.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham is a fruit, man.
He is. He's actually good.
That nigga that's the nigga suspect, man. And then the brother just said it. If he gay, he gay.
Yeah. And if you're dyeing your hair blonde and you're a man, that's a straight up 2/3 thing, man.
And if you're a woman, you should be dyeing
woman
your hair.
too. But I mean, this truth is more for man because the woman is gonna have to fall in place, one way or another, and the 2/3 is gonna fall in his place. But what I'm saying though, brothers, is stay away from those, you know, those fashions that try to pull people in, like with dyeing your hair and growing like brothers grow dreads. I know it looks cool and shit in the worldly mind, but that's a feminine thing to have hair that you do like a woman.
And that's some Hamite shit too, man.
That's true, man.
That's some Hamite shit. That dreadlock shit, that came from Ham, man.
Yeah.
That's not something that Jake. Hey, if you want to get braids, man, you want to, you know, like the brothers just making the point. If you want to, you know, you want to wear your hair long, get your shit braided up. That's cool. There ain't no law against you having some braids. Just make sure your shit ain't, you know, touching your ass, man. You know,
like a woman.
You know what I'm saying? Your hair shouldn't go past your shoulders and shit.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a man, you shouldn't be walking around like that. That's just scriptural. If you can't get down with that, and that bothers you, then get the fuck out the truth. You know.
And the Gadites too.
Yeah, a lot of Gad. That goes for Gad too.
Because the Gadites, I was thinking, because you know how they brought the liquor with them, the education of the so-called liquor, that when they force fed it to the Gadites and then gave them guns to sabotage each other.
Yeah.
They you got to think about it. They probably weren't getting intoxicated like over here like that, and that's a Nazarene oath. When you let your hair grow but you don't touch the liquor, and notice Gad, once they touch the liquor, it fucks them up real bad. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a holy thing, is when you grow your hair out, when you're an Israelite, man, and you're growing your hair out, it's supposed to be a holy thing. Where you're supposed to be, that's a sign of your purity. Like you're not eating grapes, you're not touching alcohol, you're taking a straight up oath from any strong drink. That's what the long hair was suggestive of, that you're dedicated to him. But nobody's that pure in this time right now. Because everybody slips up, and they you know, you might be able to fast for a couple days, but you're not being honest with it, and so there's no real edification for you to be keeping a long hair, you know?
They would usually do something with their hair anyway, like what's his name? David's son? What was his name? The one that raped
Absalom?
his sister? Yeah, Absalom.
Yeah, Absalom.
Yeah.
And raped his sister. Yeah, there's rape in the Bible. He would prune his hair. They said he had really long hair, but you'd prune it up. You know, they would do something with it, you know?
What's going on?
Y'all the black Hebrew Israelites?
No,
No
we're not
black.
black anything. We're Hebrew Israelites. We come all shades of different colors. There's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. That's something that's being pushed out by the media to demonize our movement.
Did you know they actually tell the race of the Hebrews in the Bible? The actual race?
We know the Bible.
Yeah, we know about it. That's what we out here reading right now.
Yeah, so it shows you the race in the Bible, who they were.
Yeah, it's right there on the sign.
We know who they were.
On the right one right there,
On
brother.
the right side there, was the tribes. Yeah.
Yeah. And on the right side.
The tribes, the actual race.
Yeah, and on the right side it shows you.
That's race. What is race?
Time to go.
What is race? What is a race?
The race is what, you know.
Well, a race is trying to get to a destination like two people, three people.
No, I'm talking about a race.
You're talking about heritage.
Nation, right? This is one nation.
Yeah, we're talking about.
This is one nation. The nationality is Israelite. The language is Hebrew.
Yeah, the language is Hebrew.
But the
nation
bloodline is Israel.
But the Bible tells you the actual race of the people.
This is the race. The Israelites. That's the race.
Yeah, they're the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today.
The opposite
And that's the
race
race you're talking about, right? That comes from the Hebrew
heritage,
people, right?
yes.
But
That's
see, the
who that
Bible
would be.
doesn't say that. The Bible tells
Well, the Bible
you the
does,
actual
the Bible
race
doesn't
of
say a lot of things, but
But
it lets you
well,
know
it actually
who,
does tell you the race.
Okay, what scripture? What are you
I'll
referring
show
to?
you.
Well, what Bible?
This is the King James
Okay.
Bible.
Okay,
I-
is the
I'm just
opposite race. This is the Israelite race.
Okay.
This is the Edomite
So
race.
that's what they say that their race is, right?
Yeah.
No, that's their
But
heritage.
I'm about to show you what the Bible specifically tells you the race of the Hebrew
Okay,
people,
let's get it.
where it's no debate.
Let's get it then.
Contend for the faith.
Yeah. Just for the faith. Go ahead. Bring it out.
And it shows you a lot of times, but I'll just show you a couple if you want to see. There's no debate. And let me know what you guys' response to this is.
That's what we do, man.
I shouldn't say brother because honestly, if someone's going off on a false doctrine,
It's right here in the Bible.
when I'm
Wait,
edifying
let me
the
wait for you to
camera.
bring it out.
I will show you.
When I'm edifying the camera to that, a man that brings out a false doctrine, we're not to
Okay, camera.
shalom him, wish him Godspeed.
Let's see if this right here in the Bible is a false doctrine. It's very specific. It's really no debate.
Okay, get the script.
This is found in Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 5. And thou shalt speak and say before the Lord thy God, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. And he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous.
So you think that the Israelites are Syrians?
Yeah,
You going off like mud, man.
well the Bible said it was.
No.
The bloodline goes, Abraham was a Syrian, but he gave a son, what's his son's name? Isaac, right? And then Isaac birthed
Jacob.
another son, right? And so on and so forth, right? And then Jacob came, and you get Israel.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it tells you about
Okay,
them
so
too.
what about the Edomites? What about the Africans?
Yeah,
What about the Asians, the Moabites? So where do their bloodline come from? Do not they come from, like Ishmael, the Arabs? Don't they come from Abraham?
well,
Are you the equal to the Arab?
I'm just going with what the Bible just said.
Are the Arabs?
You just tried to use the fact that you just said that Abraham was a Syrian, correct?
Yeah.
All right.
He
So
was.
Abraham fathered how many nations? How many seeds came out of Abraham?
Yeah, lots of seeds.
So
yeah.
then that would virtually, you could say that any one of those people could be the Israelites. But they're all different nations.
Let me get a precept, brother. This is Romans 9, and I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, but in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
So only Isaac's seed is
Well,
considered
let's talk
an
about
Israelite.
Isaac. Want to see Isaac?
Go ahead.
And this is how they traveled. When they traveled, Ham went into Africa, Japheth went into Europe. That's why when you get the Russians look like they're Edomites. But actually that bloodline was originally from Japheth.
Okay, here it
Gomer.
is.
Okay, that was Japheth.
Hold on.
So then
This is found in Genesis chapter 25,
Let's see what he got.
verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian, and Haram the Syrian to Laban the Syrian.
Genesis 25.
Yeah.
Talking about we were
And you-
divided in the womb.
And you do understand that they were dwelling in the land of Assyria. That's why it says not to hate the Assyrian in the Bible.
Yeah,
Not to abhor Assyrian.
God took Abraham out of
He separated it.
that pack,
That's
which
what you're
was
not
the Syrians, and created a new nation from him. But if you had to go back to his original, what was the original race? Syrian. That's why the Syrians still exist to this day in Syria.
Assyrians are gonna get destroyed.
We gotta skip up.
I got the stuff right here.
So why? Yeah, my thing is, why would it?
Promise is not given to Syria.
Hold on. Why would it?
No, it's not.
Why would it say? Why would it say at one
From
point?
that tribe and started a new nation from him.
Right, but in the Bible it also says the Assyrians will be destroyed. So how
Sure,
could he?
that's
How could
fine.
how could that be the chosen
I'm
people?
just trying to break down the actual race of the Hebrew people.
All right. I'm
You
just-
just answered your own question.
Like more
You
than
said
once.
Yeah.
that Abraham was Assyrian, right? Or Syrian. Came out, Assyrian, I believe it was. He came out and separated himself, right? What separates a nation from a nation? Huh? Culture, right?
Sure.
Like the lifestyles that they live.
Sure,
Heritage,
that's fine.
right?
I'm not talking about culture.
So
I'm
wait,
talking
wait.
about race.
Exactly.
nationality.
Well, a nation does what their culture does. That's how you know them different. They separate themselves. Okay? Go ahead, up. Get that scripture. No, hey, don't learn when the scripture about to come out. He did what he was supposed to. Yeah. But you know what? It is.
What you going off, bro? Your understanding is flawed.
The original race was a dog. The original race was Noah.
Hey, but that's just
The original
shit.
Hey,
race
Shem,
was
Shem,
Right.
Japheth,
But
Ham.
you- hey, that's like
At the end of the day, the Lord still chose the 12 tribes of Israel, the
That's
sons
like-
of Jacob.
That's like Elder Tahar said, when you get these dudes, man,
You gotta
who
let 'em
want to
know.
come up and try to show you what the fuck they know, man.
He just
And
got chopped up, really.
In all reality, he didn't come up
He
here and
actually
do
stabbed
nothing.
himself.
He did. He's like, let me show you
He
something.
said,
Right.
Abraham separated himself
my own
and
sword
started
off.
a new nation. That means there's a separation in the races.
Right.
Because a race is a nation versus a nation. How fast is my family against your family?
He saw this and he was like, no, that's not a nation. That's not
If
a.
you don't know what that is, you on a real basic level, my friend.
And that's what makes you 2/3 is because I don't know if he's a Jake or not, but you know what? Most Jakes say, oh, we can't be on that team. We can't be on the winning team.
We gotta be, nigga. What's some?
That's what's meant to be heated.
Yeah, he probably is a Hamite. But you know what? You never know. It's all through the spirit. But I'm just saying,
And we ain't trying
two-thirds are going to lose that race because they ain't going to want to be on that winning list.
And like he came up here and was saying, man, first and foremost, the word race shouldn't even be associated with the Bible. All right, it's a heritage. It's not a nationality either. Because I could be from a completely different. I could be a Reubenite and live in Africa, and I'm not an African. That's what a nationality is. I could be born in Ghana and be a Reubenite, and I'm still not a Ghananese.
Look at Brazil.
There you go.
And they
That's-
got all different
Your
shades.
nationality it doesn't mean shit.
That's
Just
right.
because you could be a Judite and be born and raised in Germany and you still ain't German.
Or China.
All right, it's about the blood. It's about bloodline, man. All right, which clearly I ain't gonna call them names and shit, but clearly the dude didn't understand that the bloodline that came from Abraham, man, yeah, you want to go all the way back to when he was in Syria? That's fine. But the Lord made him a completely different nation. He literally has a conversation with the man, telling him he's gonna give him his own nation.
That's like saying we're Edomites because our brother was Esau.
But if you ask him, we all the same people. That means Esau.
We're Edomites because our brother was Esau.
Right. That means Esau's an Israelite. That means that all the Arabs is Israelites. The Chinese, everybody's an Israelite now.
You know, that's what Christians believe too.
That shit is
That
retarded,
everybody
man.
can be saved.
That's
and the only
basic
ones
as
that can
hell.
be saved are Israelites.
That is a super basic ass understanding. Like, brother, you need to go get back in your Bible and read a lot more than you read.
But he didn't want to say to hear that.
But exactly, and I would have ran too, because he thought he cut us. But then he didn't want to get.
I will learn you something.
Yeah, he stayed just long enough to say his little dumbass comment, and then when the brothers started going for the swords, his ass took off, man. We can always flee when no man pursueth, man.
Let me get this scripture, y'all. This is Genesis 11.
Man, I was ready to stand out here for another 2 hours trying to cut this thing. He ran. I'm bad. No,
This is Genesis 11 and 25. And Nahor lived, and he begat Terah, 119 years, and he begat the sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years, and begat Abram, which was Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. So are we Nahorites?
right.
Are we Terahites?
Abraham.
Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begat Abraham, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran begat Lot. So are we Lotites?
Right.
And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity in Ur of the Chaldees. That's the Babylonians. So are we Babylonians now?
Right.
I'm just wondering, man, because everything started with the creation of the Most High.
If you run with that doctrine,
So who are we?
right.
We're everybody.
For everybody, apparently, if you run with that doctrine that dude came up here with, you are bound to get lost.
He is lost.
And he's lost as hell.
Y'all been black.
I like this.
Well, what? Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, just for edification purposes, no. We don't have shit to do with no black Hebrew Israelite movement.
BLACKKKKKKKKK.
And Terah took Abraham, his son, and Lot, and the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter, in law, his son Abraham's wife, and they went forth with him from Ur of the Chaldees to the land of Canaan, which was the holy land, you know, the land of milk and honey, where the land of the promise. All right, and you know, at this time, you know, they went and they lived amongst Canaanites, taking on Canaanite women, and Canaan is Ham.
Yo.
All right, so you know, you can't just pinpoint it on one. You can't say, oh, it was with Canaan, so we're Canaanites. You know what I'm saying? The Abraham got the blessing and went on to Isaac, and then went on to Jacob, and then went on to the 12 tribes, trickling all the way down to today, and we're scattered across the earth. We ain't no black Hebrew Israelites, man. We're the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible.
That's right. And the Bible's a timeline.
Huh.
You can't just start from the beginning and
Right.
talk about, you
Right.
know.
And really, man, if you stick with that though, you could run a lot of bloodlines back, but still does not. Is King David not an Israelite? If you run his generation back, he goes directly back to Abraham.
Gone. Starting at and that's what I was gonna bring out on him was Matthew 1, but that starts at Abraham. So
Right.
See?
But that's what he did pretty
See?
much. Like, oh, well, let me tell you about Isaac. Man, that nigga cut his own sword off on him. Don't, man, dude, if you do wind up watching this video, don't you ever bring your ass back over here. Or we'll beat you up, dude. Because that's some bullshit,
And
man.
that's what happens is your soul gets beat up.
Yeah.
Cuts you to the marrow.
I just hate it when they come up and pull a script out and run.
And run.
Man.
I hate that.
That's happened several times.
I hate that shit too, man. Hey, stand and defend the gospel, bro. We didn't run. We still over here. I don't even think there's no more buses coming, but we still over here.
Hey, that's why you need the brothers.
Yo.
Iron sharpens iron.
2 minds are better than
Because
one.
rookies, they run.
He could have.
And we're rookies, actually.
Shit,
but I'm
man.
just saying, people that in Christianity still in that deception of this devil.
Oh, man, it's ridiculous.
There was no way he
I was
could've stood out
I
here
was
and
reading
defended
to
what
the
he
brother
said.
this, and I might do a sit down on the stupidity of these so-called Christians, because I was reading this. Sometimes I end up on these things online, and I was reading this one, and this guy was asking, what it means in 2 Thessalonians when it means that he shall come back with a trump. You know, that will arise and meet up with him. He's like, how come it's talking about a second resurrection if Christians die and are already in heaven?
What?
And so no, but this wasn't the stupid part. The stupid part was the answer. Somebody answered on there, and they were like, well, the answer is that's when all of the people in heaven, the true Christians, are going to come down and be reunited with their bodies.
What?
So they're going to come grab their bodies, hand in hand with their bodies, and walk up to Hamashiach and be like, all right, judge me in my body for the things that I did in this body.
Wow.
And then so somebody else replied to him, and this is what I was cracking up on this one. He's like,
Oh, Lord.
that makes no sense, because Yahweh Shai said that we're gonna, I mean, he was kind of lost too. He's saying Jesus said that we're gonna get new bodies, so why would we need to go reunite with our old body? And he's like, and plus, what about the people that got consumed, or all bodies